A recent Cross Canada study has shown that client numbers are up at many food banks in the nation. Leading the list were the territories with an increase of 59%, followed by Manitoba at 21% and Saskatchewan in third spot at a 20% increase over the past year. A trend which has been mirrored here in Swift Current.
In the past year, we've just pulled up some of our statistics from the past 10 months, and it looks like we've been on a 20% increase monthly in Swift Current here. And that's significant in and of itself. But last year, we were over a 40% increase monthly. So in the last 2 years, that's quite a significant use and increase in the food bank.
Ramsey goes on to add that his staff has seen a lot of first-time families walk through the doors to use their services. And with the holiday season approaching, these numbers will likely continue, if not increase.
Sure, yes. We've run into a number of two-income families that just aren't able to make ends meet because of a number of different factors. Of course, the casino has recently been introduced into the community, and so in this past year, we've noticed that there have been some problems with addiction that have come out of that development. And so, yeah, there's a number of new factors that have introduced themselves into our community here that are contributing, as well as the general economic downturn.
He further indicates that the cycle of poverty can often lead many not only to the food bank, but to finding alternate sources of accommodations when the money just isn't there for housing.
Yeah, we've seen certainly an increase in for lack of a better word, couch surfing, homelessness, families that are unable to afford a home for themselves, and so are then living with family members who are having a difficult time make ends meet. And I would just be guessing, but I would say that, I mean, low-income housing would never be a bad thing, and I'm certain that most of these families, if they could afford a place to stay, would be staying there.
And according to the province of Saskatchewan, it's doing its part to help low-income earners on a number of fronts.
Our province has, I guess, four main components to reducing poverty, which of course is related to food bank usage, and those areas will include maintaining that strong economy that creates opportunity for all people, and putting money back in the pockets of those who need it in the province, and providing transitional assistance for those who need it through various income support and supplement programs, and focusing on programs that help people make the transition from poverty into self-sufficiency.
And when asked why such a vibrant province such as Saskatchewan with low unemployment numbers would rate so high on the list of food bank usage, Redekop had these comments.
Well, I do want to make it clear that the number of people assisted in Saskatchewan food banks does remain lower than the number of those assisted in the years 2004 through 2007. So we are making some progress, even though the difference in 08 to 09 shows a bit of a slight increase of that. I believe it was 2.2 over 1.8%. Individuals that are maybe struggling to enter and maintain a position in the labor force, they're often, when the economy is affected, they're kind of the first people displaced from the labor force, and they have the greatest difficulty getting back in. So that's, I guess, one of the purposes of our various income support programs is to provide that transitional support for those who need it.
According to the Hunger Count report, over 22,000 individuals accessed the services of food banks in Saskatchewan in March of 2010, an increase of 20% over the same time frame in 2009. 44% of those clients were children, a stat that's 4% higher than the national average.